Now what? This is the last hill that I'm going to climb. Hashtag road rage.
Safely. Travel day, more like travel yay. We got 500 miles to roll.
I think what they meant was, yeah, I've got some redneck relatives too that are from the woods.
It's a little windy. I was tired of hearing the bike cover popping. That almost got away from me. It's been a good week in Arkansas this week. However, it's rained almost every day. So a lot of this stuff on my to-do list that I like to do when I'm at home, I didn't quite get done. However, tomorrow is travel day, and since it's the first sunny day of the week, I'm gonna get something done today that's been on my to-do list. Our Grand Design Reflection came with the Lippert Tire Link system. If you look at that online, it's a really pricey system. It's well over 300 bucks. The nice thing is that it integrates with our One Control, but that's also the not nice thing about it, because it relies on your cell phone to see the tire pressures when you're going down the highway. One, it's not really safe to be looking at your phone while you're driving, and two, the sensors seem to disconnect. It'll work really well when I'm sitting still, and going down the road I usually have at least one tire that doesn't read, maybe two. It's just kind of problematic. It's been problematic and I've ignored it. I wanted to go ahead and upgrade the TPMS system to something a little better. On our old trailer, which was a shorter Jayco, I used the TimeMate system from Amazon. It's about 80 bucks and it worked okay. I tried to use that on this rig, but I always had to leave the monitor in the back seat where I really couldn't see it. So I got on Amazon and picked up this TST system. I know a lot of people use it. It's not cheap. It was about $360, but they pretty much guarantee that this is gonna fix my problem. I like the fact that it has a nice screen with it so that I can put it on Angela's side of the windshield and she can keep an eye on things for me. Really, we're just looking to see if there's any major variance in tire pressure or if there's any major variance in heat as we're going down the road. I like that it has the flow-through sensor, so I don't have to unscrew the valve stem cap every time I want to check my tires, because I'm still going to check them manually. And I like that it comes with a repeater that I can wire up in the battery box. So we're not sponsored by these. I'll put a link in the description, but I did kind of want to unbox them for you. So it's got a nice size screen here that isn't too big, so I figure it'll fit perfectly in the lower upper corner of the passenger side windshield. Obviously, we've got 4 sensors, all the wiring for the repeater and the repeater, which should be pretty easy to install. 12-volt outlet plug and the suction cup for the windshield. Oh, check this out. This is just a little rubber flexible mount, but the screen sets in there. So I could put that in my little dash tray right in the center of my dash where I usually throw things like sunglasses and little rubber ducks we picked up in Alabama and stuff like that. I'm not the first guy to put this system on. However, I did talk to a lot of my friends that do RV full-time, and this seems to be the go-to model, albeit very, very expensive. They do have replaceable batteries and it will alert you when they need to be replaced. The other thing that's kind of cool about this that won't really apply to me is that you can buy extra sensors. Say if you had a boat trailer and an RV trailer and a utility trailer, you can buy extra sensors for each of those, and somehow it knows which one you're hooked up to and you can switch them around. I think it said that it'll read 110 different tires that you can store. Way overkill for me. This is just for the RV, but I'm really excited to test this out because if you've been following us for a little while, you know I'm borderline obsessed with tire pressure and tire safety. Let's go outside to get this thing put on, get this repeater wired up. The repeater's all done. That was easy squeezy. I just wired it straight to my battery, red to red, black to black. They give you some Velcro strips, so I just put it right there on the inside wall of the basement. For a fifth wheel, it does recommend that you install it in the battery compartment because that's going to be closest to your truck. So now I'm going to go grab the sensors and get those calibrated. So we've got all the sensors on, we've got them programmed. I will say the setup process was a little bit tedious because you do have to tell it what sensor you want on which wheel position. And this is set up for like a tractor trailer with duals all around. So a little bit tedious to get through that. Just read the owner's manual really, really well. It explains it, but you might have to read it twice. So we've got them programmed, we've got them calibrated, and we are ready to go down the highway tomorrow and test it.
The Hereford breed is an English breed, and they are Bos Taurus. We're going to use the Brahman breed, which is Bos Indictus. That's where they get the hump. They're highly tolerant to heat. They are not real tolerant to cold. But when you cross Bos Taurus with Bos Indictus, that's when you get the premium, maximum hybrid vigor. And the calves perform so much better. And then if you would take that calf there right now and breed her to like a Charolais bull, which would be a continental breed, then you would have a composite and you'd have as perfect a mix as you could ever get.
For the climate down here.
For this climate, yes.
Now the Bremer bulls are known to be very aggressive, but the reason that you did the Bremer bull with the female Hereford is why?
Because you can invert it. You can do Brahman cows and a Hereford bull. But those hot Brahman cows, and the calves are with the cows all the time, they're a product of their environment, and they become just as hostile and mean and flighty and crazy as the cows can be. These Herefords are real docile. That's one of the selling points of the Hereford breed, is their docility.
And you said these calves are docile as well.
But these calves, since they're with the docile cows, they're very, very gentle. You can walk right up to most of them.
Boy, they're beautiful. I think this is the earliest that we've ever hit the road, aside from just some overnights where we stay hooked up. We made some pretty good tracks though. We've got a big travel day today.
Travel day? More like travel yay. We got 500 miles to roll.
I think Cody needs some more caffeine.
I do.
He's showing signs of needing help.
I think that's the first time we've ever hitched up and left in the dark. We did pretty much everything we needed to do yesterday, which made it really easy. But I did finish up my travel day prep with the goofy headlight on this morning.
I woke up around midnight because the cows have this little jetty that goes through the property, and sometimes they can't figure out how to get to the other side. Well, there were probably about 4 or 5 calves that stayed back and didn't follow their moms to the other side, and so they just bawled at each other across the road thinking that they were trapped. And that was right outside of our RV, which we slept through most of it.
I slept through all of it, for the record.
I heard the youngest one, this little 3-week-old one, just baying. And then I heard a lot of coyotes. And I was thinking, if that thing's stuck over there by itself and there's coyotes, that could be a problem. And found out that the thing was actually out of the fence. I managed to get it in the fence. This is midnight, and this is someone who doesn't know what she's doing. But I did it. But then I tried to wrangle the other 4 back to the other side to get with their moms. It didn't go well. And newsflash, feed doesn't work on calves that aren't weaned.
If you'd have woke me up, I could have told you that.
And the moms weren't interested. They wanted their babies. So I finally gave up. I knew that eventually they would figure it out. And they did. They were together nursing this morning. So they figured it out. Not a cow girl.
We've already burned up almost half a tank of gas, but strategically, based on how far we got to go today, I think it's a good time to go ahead and shut her down, get a tank of fuel, keep on rolling.
Thanks to Barbara and Buddy for sending in their picture next to the Winslow, Arizona sticker. We always love seeing those. I'm obsessed with smoked salmon. I'd never tried it. I'm obsessed with it. It's so expensive, I don't buy it very often, but I'm addicted. I think I have a problem. There's something that makes me giddy.
What?
Is the flashing the lights to let people in front, or when the big rigs tell you, hey, you're good, or even little rigs. And then like the little brake tap to say thank you.
I don't always do the double tap once I get past somebody because it breaks my cruise control. So
it's worth it.
If you flashed me to tell me it's okay to pass, I appreciate it, but I kind of like cruise control.
You get flashed on the road a lot? I just did it with a regular vehicle. They were coming on the on-ramp, and so I kind of gave them enough space and flashed to tell them they were good to keep on rolling, and they gave me the little brake tap, and I'm like, I like it. It's fun.
Traffic's tight, back off a little bit and let somebody in. It's not going to kill you unless they're trying to pass you in a construction zone after they've had 2 miles of warning that there's a lane closure.
Cody doesn't feel strongly about this.
I'm not
passionate about
I'm not gonna advocate for you to drive faster so they can't get in as a punishment. But if you do it, we know you're on Team Cody.
Hashtag road rage.
Safely, not road rage. Teaching a lesson safely. Rolling along in our travel day here. So far, I really like the TST tire monitor. It's nice and big. I can see it really easily from the driver's seat. I did end up using the little cradle that it sets in to go right in the little junk tray in the center of the dash. It's got a suction cup too. I may move it over here to this side, but I topped everything off this morning and it matched my air gauge, which is nice, so I at least know it's accurate. It kind of flashes through all the tires at once. Nice big display, and I haven't lost connection yet, and I haven't had to fiddle with my phone to see what my tires are doing. So far, this thing's a big winner. Not cheap at $360, but if it saves me a blowout, it's totally worth it. Even if you don't go with this, make sure you have some kind of tire pressure monitor on your trailer when you're going down the highway. Got a full day full of adventures we want to share with you guys today, but like a lot of times in the RV life, things break, and we had a small casualty this morning. This is our zero water pitcher, and it has decided to break the little O-ring in there and block the flow of water, and we're really serious about clean water. I've bought so many of these over the years. They're 50 bucks, sometimes 60 bucks. The filters are really expensive, and the filters don't last that long. The pitchers really don't either. So I need your help to let me know what you're doing out on the road to have really, really clean drinking water. Are you doing something like this? Are you doing a whole house filter system, 3-stage setup? It's something I'm gonna have to address and a decision I'm gonna have to make here soon. I'm gonna walk over here and dump this thing in the dumpster, grab Ange, and we're going out and about today.
When we first moved to Illinois, our families freaked out and started telling us about how people were getting shot in Chicago every single day, and it was so scary. And it was hard for us to explain to them that Chicago was this much of the state, and all the rest of it is more like this, and then cornfields. I'm like, cornfields and trains were probably the scariest things that we saw.
Trains are definitely scary. It's a problem. My drive to work could be 8 minutes or 38 minutes, depending on the trains, and they ran at different times every day. I do not miss the train traffic up here.
All right, we're here at Garden of the Gods here in southern Illinois. It's supposed to be beautiful. We're starting at the observation, and we'll take a peek at it. I like a pretty view with very little effort. This is my style.
It's taken us all about 6 minutes to walk this. Perfect. You never knew there were mountains this big in Illinois.
I'm gonna start a workout because I earn these calories.
Get those calories in.
Now what? might die doing this.
Really? That looks dangerous.
I don't know that this was the best route down.
That is not the best route down. Can I show you now, instead of scooting all the way down, what would have been so much easier?
Show me.
We're just gonna go right here. We're gonna go a little hop. Nice and easy.
It's debatable.
Nice and easy.
Back down the crevice. Show off.
Let's navigate this just like this.
Oh, I felt that.
I felt that too. I was just going for a cool shot. I'm gonna pay for that. In my infinite wisdom, that was for you guys. I hope it looked as cool as it didn't feel. Where is Angela? There she is. Is it cooler in there?
Yes. I like this overlook trail because it's super short. It's a short loop. And you just get to crawl around randomly on rocks the whole time. It's pretty cool. When we lived in central Illinois, someone heard the accent and said, "Hey, it sounds like you have a southern accent. Where are you from?" I said, "Oh, Arkansas." And they said, "Oh yeah, I understand. I've got family in southern Illinois." But I think what they meant was, yeah, I've got some redneck relatives too that are from the woods.
Maybe.
Look what we found.
What's going on with this random Bigfoot by the road?
Well, hello.
I mean, it's pretty lifelike.
His eyes are creepy. There are so many things to do within an hour of where we're staying, which is in Goreville, Illinois. Probably 15 different things at least, 15 to 20. So obviously we're not going to hit them all, but we're going to try, since it's our only full weekend day.
Yep.
We're going to hit two of the big ones that are the furthest away. So we're headed to Cave In Rock State Park.
Let's go.
I think somebody left me a stick.
You've always wanted a walking stick. You've been talking about buying one, and I keep telling you we can just do things like this.
It's a heavy stick though. Do I really want to carry that?
I mean, All Trails says
The answer's no.
All Trails says it's not a hard or moderate trail, so maybe you'll be okay. It's kind of nice to be back on the trail. For the last several weeks, we've been doing friends and family stuff and a lot of social things, and it's been busy, 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 and a lot of fun, but it's kind of nice, just the two of us out on the trail again. It makes you appreciate the RV life, that you can be versatile and do different things and see people you otherwise wouldn't see very often. Just one of the perks. Makes the work worth it.
This cave that we're looking for is right off of the Ohio River that you can see. It's made of limestone. It's about 55 feet wide, carved out by water, obviously. And then apparently there was some earthquake, New Madrid earthquake, I think, in 1811, 1812, that kind of did more damage to hollow it out. I'm hoping we find it, because we've been working way too hard to find this. This is the last hill that I'm going to climb. Well, I don't think that's the cave-in rock, but it's definitely a hole in the rock. You can see the water.
Is this the cave?
I don't know. It could be.
So that was not it. We're thinking we got to go this way, which requires a whole bunch of stairs.
I'm going to try one more.
One more, and then, yeah. Get up them stairs.
Dun, 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 dun. I think we figured this out.
Yep.
Pretty sure it's underwater, or at least the path to get there.
The river's very, very high, and judging by the signs we've looked at and what I saw on all trails, it's right here.
And all the other confused people walking right around we are.
A lot of confused looks that kind of wander around in this area, get in their cars and drive off.
I would go ask these people, but it's down a flight of stairs and I really don't want to. I don't want to walk another flight of stairs. So, maybe check with the visitor center. It is a cool natural wonder, and there are historical stories to say that a lot of bad guys back in the day would hide out. Yeah, they'd hide out in there because there were a lot of barges that were parked along this riverfront with goods and treasures.
And just taking out context clues, they've got a lot of things fenced off over here around what looks like a cave, and they've got stairs going down leading to a point at the bottom, and more stairs that walk out into the water, but the river's very high, so I think we're here, we just can't see it.
Just take our word for it.
Just take our word for it. If you guys find it though, let us know in the comments, maybe send us a picture and show us what we missed.
Better yet, I'll drop a picture in here.
Hey babe.
Yeah.
Have you seen my shoes? Par for the course.
I feel like we've earned this.
We have done a lot of walking today. I think enchiladas are just the perfect way to end the day at camp.
I made bok choy. I've never had it in my life, so I don't even know if this is right, but I didn't hate it, so I figured I was close enough.
It's got a lot of green in it for my taste. I'll just do 3 enchiladas and you can have your, what is it?
Bok choy,
Bok choy? Boat chive? Whatever. We say everything wrong anyway.
Thank you for joining us this week. We'll see you guys again next time.
See you guys. It's been a good week in Arkansas. So I wanted to go ahead and do an upgrade there. So I wanted to go ahead and upgrade the tire. I wanted to, like I said, not cheap at $360. Like I said, not cheap at Like I said, not cheap at $360. I just keep hitting speed bumps. So why is there a random Bigfoot by the road?
Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. Last night I played a little cowgirl. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. I want to take that. I want to restart that.
Start that.
Let's try that again.
Let's try to top that.